6 popular Pixar animation characters that no one believed. In the animation Cars 2, no one believed that an ordinary tugboat could be a spy. Motor was an ordinary tow truck until he was forced into espionage. No one in Radiator Springs thought he was telling the truth about being a spy and having a girlfriend because his stories always seemed so far from the truth. Even the spies he worked with didn't really believe he was who he said he was, as they firmly believed that a normal civilian could never do this. In the animation of the soul, everyone was disappointed with 22. He had stayed in your seminary for many years and had been trained and rejected by many instructors. His sarcastic jokes had caused everyone to leave him at the first meeting instead of helping him find his spark, making him certain that he would never find his spark and never make it to Earth. He didn't even believe he wanted to leave until he experienced the land and its wonders for himself. Even Joe Gardner told him that he only got his soul mark because it was in his body, which led 22 to believe that he didn't deserve to live until Joe realized his mistake and helped him. In Ratatouille, no one believed that Remy could become a chef. Remy always loved food and cooking and was inspired by Augusto Gustio, who always said that anyone can cook. Because Remy was a mouse, no one even thought that he could become a professional chef. After all, he was a rat and his existence next to humans could be dangerous. Remy's sense of smell was used to detect rotten food, and he was never able to follow his dream until he saw a boy named Alfredo Linguinini, who was in charge of taking out the garbage in the kitchen. In Finding Nemo, Nemo's father didn't believe him for years. Because one of his fins was smaller than the other, Martin believed for a long time that Nemo couldn't stand up for himself and wasn't performing well. He always repeated this in Nemo's ears and was even hesitant to send him to school alone. Because of Marlin's feelings, Nemo had become lonely and isolated and far from the world around him. And finally, he tried to turn a new leaf in his life with boredom and rebelliousness. In Coco, no one believed that Hector wanted to be with his family. Rivera's family believed that Hector had left his family and children to pursue his dream of music. At first, and after starting a family, she wanted to go on a music tour with her friend Ernesto de la Cruz. However, he changed his mind and returned to his family. Before he managed to return, he was murdered by his friend Ernesto, who wanted to steal his song to become famous. In the animation of Monsters University, no one believed that Mike Wazowski could be scary. All his life, Mike wanted nothing more than to succeed at scaring. He stubbornly studied and worked hard and pursued his dream. Even James Sullivan, who was in his teammates' scare contest, believed that Mike had few scary qualities for the job.